I'm better off without you, baby. I'm better off without you, boy. I'm better off without you, baby. I'm better off without you, boy.
Good evening, everybody. Hey there, and welcome to another edition of In the Spotlight, where we introduce you to some celebrities and internet influencers and all the good stuff, and we get to know them a little bit better. And as always, this and other podcasts in the Jazzy Groove Rainy Day podcast family are brought to you by the power of 5. If you like what we're doing, consider supporting the channel, and at the very least, hit the like button. You'll be glad you did. We also want to let you know about our upcoming competition in which you can win a shiny HP 14-inch EliteBook Z laptop. And all you have to do to enter this competition is just hit subscribe. And if you want to, although it's not optional, is this not optional? It is optional. Type in your name and just put done in. We'll take it from there. And very shortly, we're going to be putting all the names in a hat, raffling off the winner, announcing it on air, and then sending that person their shiny new laptop. So again, if you want to be involved, if you want to get into the running, all you got to do is hit subscribe. And with all that out the way, we're going to get into today's conversation. And we're going to be talking about a content creator called Shaq2X. I like the guy. I'm not going to front. I like the guy. He's funny, he's insightful, and he spits truth. Are there some things he says that I don't necessarily agree with? Yeah. But that goes with everybody. Anybody with 2 functional brain cells to rub together will tell you that. You're not going to agree with everybody all the time. But all in all, I rock with him. He is funny. Now, we're going to get into one of his reaction videos. So this is a reaction of a reaction video. But we're going to get into a video where he is looking at women being shocked after the host calls them out. And without any further ado, let's get involved. All right, hold on a minute. Here we go. Let's get involved.
I just feel like, man, we gotta move with more confidence. Like, be who you are. So that's why even to the red pill conversation, as much as I don't like it and I don't like the conversations, I appreciate it because we do have people like Kevin Samuels who made it okay to speak up as men, because it was a time where men felt like they couldn't speak up at all. Now it's not balanced with it. But the same thing, my mom told me, like, the same thing that make you laugh gonna make you cry. Same reason they love you gonna be the same reason they hate you. So it's like, as much as I don't like it, I understand it, because all they doing is just really just putting their foot down, saying, yo, this is my boundaries. That's really it.
And I want to just...
I stopped it for proper context. This is a conversation they're having about the manosphere and red pill. Now we're going to get into a little bit later. We're going to get into all about the origins of what it is and how it came to be, all the other good stuff. Excuse me. So let's get back into it.
Say this because people think I hate Kevin Samuels. That's not the case.
That's a damn lie.
There were things that I was.
True. Me don't think you like him at all. Matter of fact, I would even go so far as to say you were one of the heathen that were dancing and celebrating the day you found that he died. But continue.
She don't like Kevin Samuels.
On a show, when I went on the show, I said in the beginning, there are things that he said that I agree with. What I always disagreed with is the intention behind it. I didn't like the fact that if you don't find a man, you're worthless. I believe this. I believe it's better to be single, happy, and healthy than to be attached to a man that's toxic.
And there's that word again. Toxic. I want someone in the comments below to explain to me what that is. Because I think that word doesn't mean what you think it does. I'm thinking that you are, for lack of a better word, conflating. Let's get back into it.
There are some men feel like if you don't have a man, you have no worth at all. To me, that's bull. So I say, and then, I host a dating show, and there are women who request things that I know they're never going to get. But I'll ask them, I'll say, okay, if you don't meet a man that wants to marry you that makes $200K, are you okay with having no one? And then it makes them sit and think, because I'm not going to tell you you're going to die alone. You could be married. My mother, that always bothered me when he had that tagline, because my mother wasn't a married woman, but when she died, she was surrounded. Like,
Shaq's going to get into it. I'm going to let him get into it a lot better than I could. But again, that's not what he meant. That's not what he meant at all. You're taking it literally. Buy a cat and die alone. And unfortunately, there are women out there that are going to do just that. I have to ask you, is it right?
Nope.
Is it fair?
Nope.
Is it kind?
Nope.
Is it just?
Nope.
But it is what it is.
Yep.
And it's just you're playing the hand that you're dealt. I don't think that if Kevin were alive today, may he rest in peace. I don't think if he were alive today, he'd take kindly to Kendra. Because, as I've stated on other podcasts, the primary function, the reasoning behind Kevin Samuels doing what he did, was simply that he wanted the very best for black couples. And by extension, all couples. But he was more focused on the black experience because he was indeed black. So he could speak better and more forcefully and eloquently on that topic because he fit the stereotype. He was a black man. Who better to speak to the black experience than a black man? And they're going to say what they want. They're going to do what they want. It is what it is. Let's continue.
literally surrounded. And then I know men.
But that's not what he's talking about, like what you just said. Kendra, what he means is this. Your mother, when she passed away, God bless her soul, did she want a person with her? Did she want a husband? If her answer was she wanted a husband, it don't change the fact that she had children and stuff like this. Yeah, she had somebody, but she didn't have the things she wanted. She wanted a person.
I find no flaw or fault in his logic. Everybody wants somebody, without exception. Some just hide it better than others. Because even the most liberated person, because they're free, deep down in the cackles of their heart, in the dark where nobody can see it, they're miserable. Because, shout out to the late great Luther Vandross, we were not meant to be alone. Whether you believe in evolution or creatism, it's the same. Jehovah created Eve for Adam to be his helper, a complement to him. No more, no less. Because he saw that although Adam was having a good time, secretly he was like, I'm bored. I'm bored. I got all these animals to name and all this stuff to do, and yet it's not enough. And therefore, God said, okay, put him to sleep, and we'll create women for him. Let's get back to it.
He wanted a husband. That's what his alone means. His alone don't mean your children are going to just up and abandon you. Even though, if they do, you should have had that person that's with you, but I don't believe that's what he meant at all.
Who died and family members found him 2 days later. So just because you have a husband or a wife doesn't mean you're going to die alone. It's a scare tactic.
Bullshit. It's not a scare tactic. It is what it is.
Yep.
And for a lot of people out there, it is an eventuality. To quote Thanos, it is inevitable. It's going to happen. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Let's continue.
But I do think we have to be honest. Everybody's not going to get a husband. Everybody's not going to get a wife. That is not in the Bible. You were not guaranteed those things. And knowing that, now we can have the math equation. Now, if every woman wants this man, there's 10,000 of y'all. There's 2. How do our 10,000 get this man? Like, it's a math conversation we're having. So I think what he was trying to do was enlighten women. Like, you're waiting on a man that's not checking for you. How many of your days do you want to wait for a man that's not checking for you?
I find no fault or flaw in her logic, especially the tail end of it. That's true, because that's what he was saying. Kevin Samuels was simply saying, if you don't buckle up and fly right, things will not work out well for you in the end. This is what it is. This is the way you're going. This is the end result of that path. If you don't want to be here, this is what you need to do to avoid that outcome. But you can't tell women that. You can't tell them that because they don't want to hear it. So they can find 1,000,001 things wrong with the messenger. He's toxic. He's misogynistic. He's loud. He's crass. He's arrogant. He doesn't know nothing. He's not a woman. doesn't negate what he's saying, though. And that's the part that they conveniently forget. Because he's not lying. He's not lying. You're heading down a path that's going to lead to your destruction. Do you want to go there? And more importantly, if you don't want to go there, this is the way I'm thinking you should go, and this is the way you should move, this is the way you should carry yourself so that you stay away from that outcome and more toward a more favorable one where you're going to be happy. And before we even get any further, let's remember this. Happiness is transitory. It is a temporary positive emotion. That's all it is. So if you want to be happy, that's on you. As I stated before, my happiness in my life came way before I met my wife. It happened when I hit rock bottom and said, I don't want to live this way anymore. I want to be happy. So what can I do to make myself happy? And then I did it. Things turned around. I got better. I felt more in tune with myself. And I met her. I fell in love with her. I married her. And that's the end of it. To be continued. 30 years and counting. 2 beautiful children. In a nice home. Couple of weird but loving animals. It is what it is.
Yep.
Let's get back to it.
I think a couple things. I want to go back a little bit. The toxic masculinity thing. Because I do think that there, like I said, it be overcorrection sometimes. Sometimes it gets
That's
to
exactly what it is.
It gets to where, okay, you're right. Some of the ways that men in the past, and even ways that if I look at 20, 21, 22, I'm gonna just say this, and I want to be careful on this platform, but there are certain things that men wasn't so conscious of that we needed to be.
Yes.
For example, over intoxication, sex while both of you guys being intoxicated. A lot of times that wouldn't even have thought, you wouldn't even think about consent at that point, right? But now we're finding out years later that no. No, and then now you say, you know what, that's an important thing to be teaching young men and about how aggressive we are in our pursuit of women.
Yes.
There's spaces, it's inappropriate here. And so there are certain levels where adjustments need to be made. But now,
Come on.
on the overcorrection side, it's just like when you have a man that is in his dominance in the way in which is appropriate for a relationship.
The way that I like it.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on, baby.
But
The
now
way
it's
that I
like,
it.
what? You expect your woman to do what? But it's just an overcorrection sometimes that I feel like men press against. So now you get this rise of people that are saying, one more thing. Then when we talk about the court systems, it is a lot of times men feel like, you know what? We get it. We get it. When these laws were created, it was appropriate. It was okay. In the 60s, you didn't have a bank account. You didn't have this. So we had to make sure you were straight. But now, hold on, time out. I'm the father too.
Come on.
Hold on, whoa. So I got to give half of what? But you was able to work while you was with me. You was able to do, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't just provide children and stand out the house, but now I'm paying this excessive amount of alimony. This doesn't make sense. So I can see why there's a pocket of men that's saying, nah, like, no. If these are the laws and these are how things are set up, why would I opt into that? And then part of the red pill ideology is taking off the rose-tinted glasses and seeing things for how it is. If you know that half the marriages are going to end in divorce, why the wouldn't you protect yourself?
Again, I find no flaw or fault in his logic. All the red pill really is, when you get down to the brass tacks, is life for what it really is. And the quote of famous song, never promised you a rose garden, along with the sunshine, there's going to be a little rain sometime. So, if it is going to be rain, shouldn't you be aware of it? To quote Myron Gaines, shout out to Fresh and Fit, if you see it's going to rain, and I hand you the umbrella and say, hey, look like it's going to rain, you might want this umbrella. And I hand you the umbrella. To put that more in a red pill centric frame, red pill is the umbrella. This is the way you need to move to maximize your outcome. You don't have to do it. Heck, you don't have to do anything. Only thing I got to do in life is be black and die. And I don't even have to be black. So again, it doesn't matter what you're saying. Let's listen to a little bit more of this.
Why wouldn't you look at that woman and say, hey, yo, I know this is going to hurt to say, but I need a prenup. And then, hold on. And then they'll say, don't fall for the, well, you should love me. Why do we need it? No, we need to actually do this. So I agree with prenups.
But even to that prenup conversation, though, like,
No, before they say what he said, Ace, so you know this information. All right. Ace knows this information. It's kind of blew my mind a little bit, but yeah. Okay, once again, red pill is just facts. The prenup thing, facts. Child support, facts. The 50%, like it's a quarter flip if y'all don't get divorced, facts. That's all it is. Everything else these people keep talking about, I don't know what they're talking about. That's all the red pill is. It's literally what the red pill, the blue pill, and the Matrix. Morpheus said what the red pill was. That's what he said. So that's why when they keep saying what it is, if you actually go by what the name is, you would know what is red pill and what isn't. Just remember.
Again, find no fault or flaw in his logic. It is what it is. And it's on point. Going back to the Matrix where this whole red pill, blue pill thing started. If I give you the blue pill, you go on deal with life as you've been. Nothing will change. You take the red pill, your eyes will be opened, and you see things for what they truly are. Sounds a lot like Adam and Eve, doesn't it? Sounds a lot like it. You are not going to die if you eat this fruit. Your eyes are just going to be open and you're going to see good and bad. That's it. So yeah, take it. Whereas in red pill, they're saying, this is your options. Choose. Not even choose wisely. Choose. If you take the red pill, or excuse me, if you take the blue pill, things are going to be exactly the same as they always were. You see no difference. Your life will go on as the way it has up to this point, and you'll be fine. Take the red pill, your eyes are going to open, you're going to see things for what they truly are, and you're going to have the tools and knowledge to forge another path. That's it. That's it. And these people, a little bit more.
Remember that.
my ex-wife, right? Like, I don't understand. I just think it's misinformation. A prenup is just a contract. I told my ex-wife I want to do a prenup because I want to be the man that I say I am today, even 10 years later now. If it's anger involved, anything, I want to be that same person. It don't have to be that you don't get nothing from me, right? It could be you get something fair from me. So from now on, I know how much you help me. I know how much you contribute to me, and I appreciate that even right now. So when I am angry, I need you to understand I meant that from the jump. So it don't have to be you get nothing. It could be, yo, you get 25%, right? Because that's what I expect from you. That's what you put in. So a prenup is protection. That's how I look at it. A lot of times we see these ideologies, and once I explained it to her, she understood. But we see things on the internet, and like, bro, this internet is fake. Like, Bro, like for all the followers I got, no, it's cool, but like this shit be ridiculous, bro.
I think we tend to demonize. I think we demonize the whole red pill conversation. And a lot of it is demonizable. Right? You feel me?
That's only because y'all don't know what red pill is. These people who be talking about it, they don't know what it is.
And Shaq's, he's on point. You tend to fear and demonize what you don't understand. And let's really be honest with this thing. Let's be brutally honest with it. The whole red pill, blue pill, purple pill, black pill, indigo pill, whatever pill, the whole phenomenon is open to interpretation because we are open to interpretation. We are constantly in flux. Everything always changes. Nothing stays the same. Which is why you can have a bona fide fact one day. Next day, somebody introduces information and data to change that fact, and therefore it changes. It's like we said before in the show. A fact is a fact until someone introduces data to change it. Then it morphs into another fact. And that's the way it's always been. This content here, this content is 32 minutes and 17 seconds. And it's worth watching, if nothing else, than to hear Shaq's commentary. Because the man is funny. Man is definitely funny. Make no doubt about it. The man is funny. And in between the laughter and the jokes, he drops knowledge. He drops nuggets of knowledge and wisdom. And here at the Common Sense Network, that's what we do. We entertain, yes. But we also impart knowledge. What you do with that knowledge is totally up to you. But it's there. And with that, we've come to the end of another one. If you happen to make it this far, thank you. Thank you very much for allowing us to bring you another point of view. And as always, this and other podcasts in the Jazzy Groove Rainy Day Podcast family are brought to you by the power of 5. Like, comment, subscribe, notify, share. By themselves, they're all powerful. Together, they make us unstoppable. And remember, we're giving away a laptop, so subscribe to the channel. Takes a second and puts you in the competition for the new laptop. So with that being said, until the next, this is OBJ saying thank you one and all for tuning in. I want you all to be kind to one another. Do better. And we will see you on the next one. Bye.
I'm better off without you, baby. I'm better off without you, boy.